Hi, everyone, and welcome to Fox 9 Sports Now. I'm Jim Rich. Well, the Minnesota Twins are in a spot where they seem to be just existing. The sale of the team has sort of put the team in suspended animation. But that has not derailed the determination of the players to get back to the postseason. We saw it in our trip to Fort Myers. The guys putting in the work, working to be that team that was on top of the division for much of the first half of the season. Because now it's all about winning.
Hey, again!
I'm at a point in my career where I just want to win. Right? I want to win, and the reason why I work so hard to perform great is because that helps the team, right? And I think if everybody focuses on being the best version of themselves, but also not forgetting the important part of being a teammate and the at-bats that the team requires you to take for the team, like moving the runner over, bunting, driving a run in with men on third, instead of being selfish, taking the walk, moving the baton to the next guy. Those are things that are going to make us a great lineup, and we have the talent to do that. Now we got to match the mentality with that talent in order for us to succeed.
The Twins know if they're going to succeed, it will have to come from within. There was no free agent frenzy to bolster the roster. It'll be pretty much the same crew.
Off 3-2 pitch, crushed to left field and deep. Back it goes towards the bleachers and gone.
And that crew was one of baseball's best until injuries caught up with them down the stretch. Now they look to move forward while trying not to forget the pain of the past.
How can we turn expectations into standards? You know we have a really good pitching staff, like a lot of depth, a lot of like flamethrowers, a lot of pitchers that can get people out with multiple pitches. How can we really make that our philosophy, our identity? Like when people face the Minnesota Twins, like that's a team that can really pitch. And like coming into every spring training, you always have a little takeaway from the previous year, and 2024 gave us a little bit of a sour taste towards the end. We were in a very good playoff spot for majority of the season, just to fall short towards the end. And it still pains me to say, it pains me to think about it. I was able to turn the page while still remembering that that's a feeling I do not want to feel again. So how can I keep that feeling just giving me fuel to keep trying to be better?
Royce Lewis got his first full taste of the major leagues, and the grueling grind of the season caught up to him. But he, too, is fueled by the team's failure.
We let it out of our hands. We had it in our hands, and we let it go. We let it drop, and it broke and shattered, and it's basically shattered, our hearts. And it stays in your head. You memorize that even to this day. I remember what that feels like. I remember, how I feel like I let the team down in some ways, but at the same time, that's the best way to grow. When you go in from those darkest places, man, it's like you just will learn how to grow, learn how to continue to get better each and every day, and like I said, just keep working.
But Lewis is limping as he rounded third base.
Injuries were the main component to the Twins' tailspin. Correa, Lewis, and Byron Buxton were only on the field together 22 times last season. That obviously needs to change, and Buxton understands injuries are a part of the game, but seeing what the Twins can do when they're all together gives him a sense of energy this spring.
Everybody's got a different mindset this year, Obviously last year didn't go the way we wanted it to, so we got to be better, and to be better, we got to come in and everybody understands, what the job is, and that's to win. I think last year we lost that little sense of believing in ourselves late in the season, and we got the team to do it. We just got to believe in ourselves, trust in ourselves, and have that team chemistry to, no matter what we're going through, stay on that positive side, and we'll come out on the better end.
The players obviously play for each other, but they also play for their families. And this year, Carlos Correa will sport a pink glove to show support for his wife, Daniela.
I appreciate all the work she's done while I'm away, while I'm during the season, while I'm chasing my goals. She's always there to support me and the family. And being a mom is the hardest job in the world. She's got to stay at home with 2 kids that are crazy, just running around the house the whole time. And sometimes I leave for the road for 10 days, and she stays home, and she does a great job. The way she's raising our boys, I'm so proud of the work that she's doing, and I love her with all my heart. So, I had to wear a pink glove for her this year.
2 years ago, the Twins were in the playoffs, and the atmosphere at Target Field, electric. And it's that taste of the postseason that Joe Ryan wants more than anything to be a part of once again.
Having all the fans in Minnesota, and I mean, it was the most ecstatic environment I've ever been a part of, and I think that's when it feels like you're playing. I was telling my buddies at home, like, it feels like you're playing in like a championship game for high school, where it's just like win, 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 win. Like, that is your goal every game, especially as a starter where you only have every 5 days. So, but there's something about it where it just like, it feels so different, and I love that. Like, that feeling is addicting, and that's why we're playing, and that's why we work so hard to get there again.
We got a clubhouse full of young guys, right? So we've all haven't been through certain things, and still testing out the waters of, you know, hey, what a long season's like, or hey, how am I going to play 162? You know, how am I going to do this or do that? You know, how to approach certain pitchers, veteran pitchers, young pitchers, doesn't matter. We're always trying to work and continue to get better at doing those things, and I think for us that was our first, like, you know, trial period of being down and kind of as a team slumping in a way, and just everything going the opposite way, the wrong way. And so now how do we overcome those things? And we just keep working, pushing through. It's going to be better this year, a lot better.
Byron Buxton has been in a Twins uniform for over a decade. The all-star Gold Glove center fielder has battled to stay on the field and hopes this will be one of his best years yet, because all he has known is being a Twin, and that's the way Buxton wants to go out.
My job, my heart, everything is here. So this started and ends here for me. You know, it's just kind of one of those things for me. It's the being with the one team. That was something that when I first got drafted, I took to heart. Not knowingly how many times now players switch teams, you know, and now it's just something that I take pride in. You know, I take pride in putting on that uniform day in and day out, and take pride in just being a Minnesota Twin.